All right, folks, this is Malindra's place. Now we're over in a Razorwind. We got a car parked up front. Okay, not really a car. We have our wagon parked up front. It's been kind of abandoned. Maybe not abandoned, but it's been left unattended for a while now. But the house, check it out. As we've seen with many houses these days, heavily skinned. This one into a cave sort of form. And they did a great job with the shaping here too. It's not just like, okay, let me just put a dome under it and call it a day. They tried to add like a little bit more to it here. For example, we have like this poor Herondar guy. He's like, oh no, help me. But then he's fine. It's raining, so he'll thrive. He's not going to dry out or anything like that. We're good. Notice how the greens are splashed all around this cave area, to avoid any sense of clip. Also added some additional animations here with some waterfall action here. Where does the water come from? I don't know, but it's very pretty is what we're getting here. And it's magic, So can we get up top of this here? I think I should be able to. Maybe. Okay, so there's my bet. Okay. I feel very small, actually. I feel like I have like a debuff on me. But yeah, very big spot that we have up here too. And up here we have some more Herondar branding. Interesting. I wonder what else we can expect inside. Cave homes or needs? We've been surprised though. I mean, we did go inside that big boombox that turned out to be a cave and a bar. So that was like from a little while ago. But as soon as we go in here, so here's me just coming in just like this. And it is very bright. It's very bright, it's very cold, but let's go through here. And, ooh. Okay, very cave vibey. Wow. So the lighting here, it feels like midnight lighting here. Because we see some of the fog here. Yeah, we can see some of the fog manifest, but it's kind of being beat back by the glows of the Herondar lights, which is interesting because these Herondar lights, they don't give off lighting, they give off a glow, and that helps to kind of combat the glows that we see from the midnight lighting. So that's neat. That's very neat. So we have this pretty sprawling cave structure ahead of us. Ooh, this is going to be quite a climb. And it looks like I'm not able to climb up from here. I'm going to be revisiting these areas, hopefully, and see where the elevations take us. Now notice here we have like little gaps between rock and greens, to make a little bit of variety, to give, to kind of tell the story of how this growth is kind of coming out and spouting out from places. So here you have, along with the greens, here's like some other stuff, leafy stuff on the side. And where it's appropriate, you'll have them be close to each other. So there's a lot of thought that goes, that went into like these pieces, making them come together and not making the greens just kind of come out of nowhere. Yeah, really great structuring though. Herondar greens are great. They're huge, take up so much space, fills up gaps and everything. Same thing with hostas. Everyone loves hostas. These two, huge structures that you can get out of these, and they look great at pretty much any distance. So like there's a shot of like some of the greens that are back there we were just looking at. And then up here is so that's where we came from. So really neat setup we have there. We came from there, climbed all the way up to this spot here. Now we can enjoy some of the glows from the lamps up here. Really nice. Really great layout. Nice and simple. And then we kind of go around, we do the climb, and then we end up here. So nice and easy. So things appear to kind of flatten out a little bit. It's a bit more spacious compared to some other caves that we've seen. But we still have lots of this great evidence of growth and now lots of water and elven walls. All of a sudden. All right, so let's go right through here and around this kind of. Oh, maybe we're like a sewer area. Did we? Yeah. Okay, we came out of a sewer area. All right. Very interesting. So we came in like kind of backwards from this hidden cave. So for all we know, that was like an escape room or you know, like an escape hatch, something like that. But then we came out through here. But now I feel like we've broken in. Now we're up to shenanigans. What are we gonna do? We're gonna steal stuff like the dark heart. The dark heart was just chilling here. Yoink. I'm looting that real quick. Sheesh. Okay, I'm gonna peek outside here to just kind of get a sense of where we're at. So out here there are, okay, that's just a window illusion plus a star banner. Okay. Down there is the moon plus hallways. Okay, so I don't want to go out here yet. You know, remember we just kind of snuck in. You know, we came in through the back ways. So for all we know, there's like guards. I don't want to go out there yet. So I'll go through like these, I'll go through this closed door and kind of peek. Okay, seems to be a bedroom. One guard. I think I can take him. Then again, it's a red Murgle, so it's bloodlusted. That thing's gonna claw my face out real quick. But I'm also being invited for wine. Ah. Yeah, so no one's in this room yet. You know, so no danger of being discovered. But very interesting. You know, we have like these fake, you know, well, basically fake doors that lead us nowhere. But it gives us that further illusion of depth. You know, where are we going from here? So we'll give like the Murgle a treat. That'll quiet him. Actually, no. We'll take the hookah, jam that in that sucker's mouth, and then just get him like wasted. Like, there we go. Let's see, is there anything behind here? No. We're at a dead end. As we're exploring the place, looking for things. I feel like I'm playing Fallout, right? Or like Skyrim or something like that I'm going through. I'm just looting everything that I see if I could. It's like, yo, if it's not bolted down, it's going into my inventory. And I will slow walk my way through with a super full inventory as long as I can recycle all that stuff down, get some resources back, boom. So, we've entered this kind of hallway. Very pretty fountain set up, by the way. One fake door there. Very interesting how we're seeing like these fake rooms. And from there, oh, I think that's the front. Okay, so that's the front of the area. This takes us into what's new. Okay, so I think we're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna make our way back. Here we are. Here's the grand descent. Not a grand climb, but a grand descent instead. And check out the ceiling work. They added so much more. They added an additional level just to add an additional level. So we're not going to be exploring anywhere up there, but then they made sure to make that Arakoa statue like loud and proud. Very interesting because we're in the midnight lighting and we do have these ochre lights that are up here. We have these silver moon lights up here, but notice how they ain't doing much. They do offer the glow. You know, it's there, it's present, but it's very subtle inside the midnight lighting because it just does a whole lot to kind of cancel it out. But not in the middle, dude. That's the straight up sun over there. You can't really take that away. Those are some really crazy effects that you have down here. But once we're down at this spot, you know, here we get, you know, again, undeniable light. Oh, that's pretty. Undeniable lighting from this here, from the light well kind of thing that's illuminating the statue here. So you can't fight the glows, even though we're at the bottom floor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at the bottom floor of the house where you see like this fog and everything, which is very, very prevalent, but not here. All right, so this here appears to be another facade door, but now we're going to make our way backwards again, past the illicit table, down this red carpet, and we'll see where this takes us. It's very interesting that we had like a different sorts of way in and way out. And oh, that's sick. This is outside. So we're out. So we're going out through the main gate, and we're in the courtyard. So this would be where the entrance of the house is. Fantastic work with the trellises here, turning it into like a whole gate kind of thing. Because I think it's the walls and everything that's here too. But then, you know, trellis upside down, right side up, pillars on the side there to make this very, very intimidating shape. And here's the palace up front. Oh, sick. Really good. So here is like the actual like way inside. But we came in from like a random bedroom. That's neat. That's really neat. Notice how here we don't have the walls here. We just have greens to kind of set us up. So, you know, let's just pretend and we won't proceed any further than like this area here. Illusion is great. Absolutely great. So let's walk right through, past these dudes, past the curtains. So now this is as if we're going into the palace for the first time and we get this sort of experience. We're greeted with big lady. Very hot, very sexy. We make this grand climb and we get these kinds of camera angles and views as we make the climb. I didn't really, I failed to notice here. Check out how these walls are painted this deep red. Not painted, but you know what I mean. And then we return here. Right there is where we came from. And here is where we're going. Let's see what we got. Boop. Ooh, things got deep really fast. Wow. This is like this feels like boss, you know, final boss hallway. Something like that. You know, here's like the spirits of the dead, the fallen, those who came before. But we're not going into a throne room of sorts. We're going into this pretty grand library instead. So there's our climb. I like how it's like kind of tucked away, but then there's also a spot there, you know, under the stairwell. There's a secret shelf looking thing over here. And it's very eerie how, I mean, obviously player housing and all that. Like it's eerie how we have this lighting, we have this mood, and aside from the boss there, who I just barely noticed, no one else. So that's the one person that needs to not see me, but they totally saw me, so I got caught. and I'm dead. I'm dead. All right, so I'm gonna go under the stairwell here first. I at least predict that this is going to take us to a dead end. Yeah, so we have just kind of like a spare stuff, closet space, little debris, busted stuff. No dead bodies, not yet. We may not be far from that. So we're going to go upstairs later. I kind of want to at least peek and see what is beyond this secret shelf here. Fell stuff. All right, going there later. We're going to go upstairs first. Going upstairs. Yep. Nice and safe. Look at that. Bright lights. You know, nice and pleasant and safe. So we get to this second level. 3 levels to this place. Yeah, this is a great library setup. Really, really nice. Very inviting for guests, the public, for people to come out and do their thing, or if they want to have some fun, you know, make a little social thing out of it. But it looks like there's a lot of work that happens here too. So, you know, research, all that. Let's go around here. Oh, great layout stuff, because here we have like more shelves, things like that. But behind the shelves is the climb to the 3rd level. That's really good. That's some really good layout stuff. All right. Back there, big paintings. Yeah, very, very well dressed. Very tastefully done. So now let's climb some more. All right, we now reach the top level of the library, and there's more to explore up here too. Wow, I'm surprised by that actually. So here we have different sorts of research happening here, different sets of books, paintings as well. Now, would I enjoy painting all the way up at this elevation? I'm not sure. Whoever's here, they might be having some trouble concentrating. There's a lot going on. Haven't even gotten started yet. I think what they did, they just kind of they're like, oh, this is terrible. They just threw it out, left things in disarray. So about to get started on a new project. So good luck to them. All right, so right through here now, I'm very curious. Now we're taken to different vibes. Okay, so up here we have portals that will take us to very, very different places here. So, wow. So Zandalari stuff, orc stuff, nature stuff. Dude, let's go. Let's go to the best spot first. Oh no, it's just a window. All right, so dressed up windows, designed to be a feast for the eyes, and that's it. But yeah, great depictions here. You know, very iconic stuff. But also, well, over here at least, you know, great imagery of Zandalari stuff. That's awesome. But I think it's this one that I really liked too. Because here we get actually, I'm going to back up. I'd say from this distance is where it looks best. Because you can see how we can fool ourselves with these perspective checks. So it feels like it's pretty far getting to that tree, that it's going to be a lot bigger once we get there. You know, same thing with the rickshaw over there. You know, looks like there's a good bit of distance. I would say the one thing that throws me off a little bit is that kite is massive if left alone. Maybe it could be smaller. I don't know if it can be smaller. I'm just being dumb and nitpicky at this point, but great illusion work that we have here in these windows. That's sick. That's very, very neat. And what's cool about this is that it's minimalist. You know, it's just it's building a little homage without having to go through okay, let me build this whole room. You know, let's go with these very iconic beats, things that look very obvious that we can use our imagination to fill in any of the blanks. And this is what we get. You know, we basically have these Kirin-Tor portals that'll take us from, you know, one spot to another if we need to. That's sick. That's really cool. Well done on that. So, I believe we are going down now. I'm going to jog down because I really like these climbs. These are great climbs. Now, it might not be great for running. I was bouncing a little bit there, but it was great. All right. So the fell stuff. I was ignoring this up until now. And I'm pretty sure I have explored everything else up to this point, because we started off not at the front door. We started off on the side, went back around, went to the entrance, come back again. And so here we are. This is quite a trip because we started off with cave stuff. We made our way into the back of a palace, and now we're going through another secret passageway, not going into this cool little springy area, this cave spring, but no, not into this fell dungeon. You can see how things are in disarray. Folks, well, not to say that no one has been here in a while, but no one normal. Oh yeah. But there is a lot of activity that happens in this place, man. Oh boy. All the greatest hits. Fell stuff, rogue stuff, demon stuff, old gods, Diablo things, more poisons, fell juice. We got green Kool-Aid things. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Great depictions. You know, you have like this really, you have this, it's the best kind of mess. You know, it's this organized chaos. You know, things are like spilt or turned over. It's like, you know, yeah, I'm the third person who's been trying to put this concoction together. The rest they dissolved into puddles or something. Check out the Onyxia head up there too. And then right through here, this, you know, all their dark work has hopefully been worth it. They managed to open a portal into Narnia. But what is through here? I better see like South Park stuff. Let's go. Boop. Oh, one more. Boop. Oh. Wow. Oh no. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, let me just stop here for a second. Ah. Oh. This is another world. Wow. Wow. Remind me what the Warlock Order Hall place is called again? Because see what sells it really well. It's hard to tell because we're still in midnight lighting right now. Dreadscar Rift, thank you. What sells it so hard is the smoke. The fact that we have like this whole overlay of smoke enveloping like the back area here. It gives this like sense of depth. So like work with me here. So imagine this area here is like a front layer of sorts. And then everything back here is like this sort of background skybox sort of thing. It's not, obviously, but that's kind of what it tells me. You have like these different sorts of like distance layers, like here's something that's close, then you get farther, then you get farther, then you get really far back here. And I think the smoke does a great job of creating that highlight because you can see how faded out things look there in the distance. And so it's thanks to that that the illusion of distance is just really good. I haven't even walked in yet. I just kind of like, whoa, that's so great. This is so great. Again. All right, so let's actually step out into what feels like this Legion world. So yeah, huge portal setup too. Very helpful. Oh, and I could have gotten captured right away too. I think they're showing mercy to me. So now it's interesting that what we have along with like the fell stuff, you have like void stuff up there as well. So we have, you know, and it's not like they're friendly to each other. There's like a conflict that happens between them. And so, yeah, great depictions here. And I think I'm being denied to go further. Yeah, so I think they intend for me to just kind of get to the shot. They don't want me to break immersion and go further than I should, maybe. Maybe. Nope, we're breaking into the system, baby. Woo! I'm going to get stuck, though. I shouldn't do that. That'll be terrible. I think I'm stuck. I love that kind of experience. It's so different. It is incredibly unique. So since we're back here again, let's do the jog one more time. We start off through here. You know, rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks. You know, with you know enough greens and other glowies to kind of like sell this whole cave build. It's great. And then it ends because now we end up in this blood up castle of sorts, complete with, you know, grand entrances, a whole courtyard. We all go into this library, and then we go into the secret spot. Inside the secret spots, evil stuff, fell things, and through that, boom. It's crazy. It's so good. Really good stuff. Now, as for what's in the sky, it doesn't seem like there's any like Legion ships or anything out there. You know, we just have like an infernal that's about to drop in and kill everyone. Uh, so there's that. So apart from that, though, remember I'm a paladin. I'm fine. I'm ready, baby. Oh snap! Oh, dude. I almost got nailed, man. Dude, that might have hurt. Sheesh. Rude. Fantastic build, though. This was so good. Really, really good build.